Good afternoon, boys and girls, friends, lovers, children of all ages. Good day, Michelle. Good day, Boss Mare, and all who join us from around the world. I am approaching an interesting intersection. It's an intersection at 16th Street and Pearl Street in Denver, Colorado. And the reason that this intersection is so interesting is it represents several firsts. Yesterday culminated 2 days of hearings in federal court. Where the city of Denver, the governor of the state of Colorado, others were being held accountable for their actions, for failing to live in agreement to the terms of a federal settlement between the people and the city and county of Denver. Where we have housing and those surviving in the streets. We also have, No, man, sorry. Where we have that action, we have in service. And that means there's food. Look at that. Cookies, hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. Hi.
Hi, girl. How you doing?
Good, Santa.
I see you have a beautiful array of food available for this morning.
Such an exciting day.
It is.
I know. It's like we don't want to say it because they want to feel like they're in control, but we won.
Well, and so I was just starting to explain to the people on the stream that there's been 2 days of federal court.
Right.
Where the city had to defend its actions in violating the Constitution.
Uh-huh.
And where the citizens of the community have a chance to say, good morning, everybody. All of you crazy cats, good morning. That what they're doing is a violation of their oath.
Right.
For all of you watching at home also, these heroes of live streamers everywhere, violating the oath of office to the Constitution of the United States of America and not treating humans as humans
Right.
is part of what the summer of 2020 has been all about.
Right. Exactly.
And for the first time ever, the police officer, the sergeant, the lieutenant, the employee who works as a subcontractor is being held legally liable for their behavior. And so when a dead mother's ashes are thrown into a landfill recklessly as a used pair of socks or the empty package from some food, we have a problem with the moral condition of our country. And so today I've heard rumors that the police have been non-present.
Non-present is the word. Yes, they haven't shown up at all.
It's almost as if they're being told, if you show up, your own behavior is your own behavior.
Right.
And they have to ask themselves a moral question. Should I be throwing this person's stuff away? Is it the right thing to do? So while the federal courts have not yet ruled an injunction, the question stands. And it stands because we're here, folks, in stark comparison.
Right. Community's here to help.
To what housing with government-involved solutions might look like in an SOS camp for couples, where a man and a woman according to Colorado state law, declare themselves to be a union, and they have efforts, whether it's through the social services programs, through bank accounts, through a court of law, in marriage, but they don't have to be in marriage. It's common law. And that means that they're allowed to be housed together. This is historic in this city.
We don't even have to be so gender as man woman. It's just
No, a couple.
Yeah.
It could be two self-identified
Right.
human beings
Right.
with genetic formations as ever they may have been created.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So it's a beautiful day out here, folks, and
It
we're
is a
glad you're
beautiful
here.
day.
I'm glad
Wonderful.
you're here.
Community's here, and we're helping. Everybody's. I mean, all aspects of the community are here. They're all doing a wonderful job. It's so wonderful. No fencing.
No
why
fences.
We got here at 5. No fences. We're like, what is going on here? You know? No fences. No police. We did see Charlotte walk around a little bit,
Of course.
but they're not coming back till 1, so we
Oh.
have time
So
to help them move. And look at it. It's getting moved.
it's getting moved. So where are these people moving to?
Different places. I don't know exactly where.
Okay, but other spots.
Other spots, yeah.
I gotta do this because it's happened to me all summer. I watched your stream. It's so amazing. Thank you. I watched your stream. Thank you. I learned what was going on. This stream, I haven't seen your stream yet, but tell us all where it is.
Well, my stream is Rudy People 303. However, this is a sub camera. So actually, if you would point your attention right here. And this
I'm actually on my own stream today.
Oh yes, today. That's right.
I'm actually operating his.
You're operating the second camera.
His sub camera.
Nice, nice,
This
nice.
is his positional camera. Mine is actually upright.
Well, I have to tell you, this weather's been having a real bad effect on me, and so it takes me an hour extra to move. And thank God I have a job. I'm not going to say if it's a good or bad job, but it's a job. So we're paying the January rent. That's exciting, and that means I haven't been filming as much, and I have to rely on great people
Yeah, I
like
haven't
you.
seen you out in a while. It's been weird.
Well,
Who's
You
gonna
see-
yell at the cops without Brian?
there are days that these fingers take like an hour to start feeling.
Well, I fucked up my knee like a week ago, and you're coming out in the cold every time. It's just fucking brutal.
Yeah. So my job is standing outside talking to people today from 10:30 to 9 p.m. tonight. I'll be straight. I'll take a stop for a bathroom break or two and maybe to eat something, but that's it. The whole time I'll be outside talking to people standing and walking in line. So yes, that weather is a little brutal. Damn, boy stepped up with a tripod. I mean, that's a full-on setup there, folks. Okay, listen, I want to do my SOS camp. I'll be back. So, again, I want to keep this stark comparison. This is people moving to we don't know where. There are members of the community that are here to move them. And over here, we have coffee brewing. That's coffee brewing. That's living in style right there. Right? But this is the safe place. And so we're probably not going to be able to get in, but you've seen this in previous videos. There are igloo ice living tents spread down the way. And here it is. Here's the banner for the safe outdoor space. How's it going? Good morning. Good, good. So the Safe Outdoor Spaces are Colorado Village Collaborative, and they work with the Interfaith Alliance of Colorado, creating temporary safe outdoor spaces during COVID-19 outbreak and beyond, because these things were established in order to allow people to live in tents and parking lots and not face eviction, like this, forced eviction, planned movements. Okay? So this is the Eskimo tents, and there's rows of them in the back. Okay? I don't know how well you can see right now, but the basis of this is that there's rows, and that allows for couples. Okay? Now, they're going to have some rules here that you need to understand. We're connecting unhoused folks with the resources, healthcare, hotels, housing, whatever it is they need. Who's allowed? Unhoused folks, including couples, singles, pet owners, LGBTQ plus people, people with disabilities, and more. They're temporary, safe outdoor spaces. They're staffed and accessible 24 hours a day. And you can learn more at the Colorado Village Collaborative.org, or to volunteer, text TENT to 31996. Now, the responsibilities. Complete intake form with the site manager upon arrival. Positive interactions with residents, staff, and volunteers. Discuss housing plans and resources. These are the individual responsibilities, right? Uphold basic guidelines. No violence, no weapons, no substances. So that means no methamphetamines, no crack cocaine, no alcohol, no marijuana, no trading or selling of them, no theft, no fire, no guests, no disruptive behaviors. There are quiet hours. There's no discriminatory or oppressive behavior allowed. We promote peace and well-being for all guests inside. We are practicing social distancing, hand washing, wearing a mask in common areas, maintaining 6-foot distance between self and others. That's because of COVID, obviously, right? They're abiding by the safer at home orders and only leave for essential activities. So basically, I'm presuming that means that, like, if you're not running back and forth all day, right? So this means you don't go out of the park to smoke a joint and then come back in, and then an hour later go back out and smoke another joint and come back in, right? So there's some kind of regulatory behavior in that, I'm assuming. Okay. I'm not sure if tobacco is a substance or not, but it could be. So abide by those safer at home orders. Leave the premises only for essential activities. Agree to leave SOS and receive medical treatment if displaying symptoms. Please, we're going to keep our spaces clean. Everything that we have must fit inside our tent and or our storage bins. We're only going to have our permitted pets on leashes and clean up after their messes. We're going to address conflict non-violently. Staff is available to assist with conflict resolutions. Report violations of agreements to staff. Agree to leave SOS once SOS closes at the conclusion of the public health emergency. So remember that if you're paying attention to the pandemic and the courtroom, there are 2 public health emergencies happening right now. According to Denver Homeless Out Loud, the people who live on the streets, the public health emergencies are twofold. The first pandemic is homelessness. The second pandemic is COVID-19. Meditate on that for a second. The first pandemic is homelessness. The second pandemic is COVID-19. Okay? So, here's the resources that are available at this SOS camp. Bathrooms, hand sinks, food, drinking water, laundry, showers, shade tents, electricity, and internet. There's also housing tents, right? The services, daily wellness screenings, COVID testing access, hotel referrals, outreach services, de-escalation and conflict, resolution, homeless management, intake, housing referrals, employment referrals, and benefit navigation. all of these things is what the people have been saying. And so when you listen to a courtroom and you see this fence offering housing, offering options for people, this is what it should look like. This is the benefit to the community. When they come with fences and say to the people who are here to move, help politely ensure that the property is protected, that the person's belongings are taken care of. Hey, look at you. You got to have a big smile on your faces. You guys staying in here?
Yes.
So can you tell me, because you've been on this with us, we've been on the, I should say, for months this year. What's it like to get into a space and to be able to have your dog, to be able to be a couple, and to be able to breathe for a second, not worrying about like moving tomorrow?
Feels good. And it's bring us more closer. And the dog does it because he has no roof going on there. And there is a roof overhead, so it is warm. We have a bed.
In bed.
We got beds.
We got a cot.
They're two cots, but they're like very comfortable.
Yeah,
And we seem to be doing pretty good.
that's great. So what's next for you?
Well,
Hopefully housing.
hopefully I can try to get a job.
You warm my heart because you said the things, right?
Trying to go to work.
Trying to go to work. I haven't been out at the suite so much for the last month because I got a job and it's a hard one. 9-10 hour shift, right?
I'm kind of hoping that this program will help us try to get a job.
You don't have to worry about where your stuff's going to be watched.
And there's no big thing with stuff. We don't have drama, not chaos. It's quiet here. People are just trying to live.
I'm so happy. I'm excited. I've just been telling everybody how important this is. That
Yeah,
this
is a very big step.
this is a big step. That the city's behaving differently today after 2 days of courtroom hearings. That it's two pandemics, not just one, like Andy said on the very first day, and that people are going to say, okay, we're going to move. We're going to do it peacefully. We're going to clean up, though, until we get a spot for ourselves, right? We're going to keep doing this. So I'm demanding more of this. We want this everywhere. We don't want it to be.
And it needs to be, there needs, I mean, it's nice that they don't have the police out here, and it really is, that the police get the time to break away from sweeping the homeless, but there needs to be more done for the homeless still, and it's still a work in progress.
That's exactly the next
I
question,
mean,
right?
that's what they should have put a one of these over in that parking lot too, and then they would have had more, room for all those people. And then they wouldn't have to wouldn't have to be cleaning up their stuff today. And it's just it hurts my heart. It really.
I understand.
Well, this is my wife Sophie.
Yeah.
She was on the last interview, wearing the red dress, and I'm her husband on the scene.
Yes. Thank you for reminding us. You've been doing this for a long time.
She might be the loud one, but I'd like to say thank you, for helping us get this right here.
Well, and I feel the pain of watching this move. I also understand that like this took weeks to put together. Not just like the organization of it, the physical structure,
Right.
the building of each platform, the running of electricity, getting the toilet secured.
If they were to start making another campsite besides the two that they have that we know that they have built,
Right.
more people would be in a warm environment. They would have one running water. They would have toilets. I mean, these people, like I said, if the homeless start standing united instead of divided. If we start standing together and speaking out loud and getting to get the things that we need are the things that need to be done, we would see more progress in. This is 8 years, 9 years in the making. 9 years.
9
I've
years
been
to
doing
make
this
it.
since I was 12. Like I said, I'm dying, people freezing, people. Some people don't even want to ask for help because they've asked for help so many times and been denied so many times for the help that they need.
So I want to ask a question, if I might. You said work. What kind of work do you have experience and do you want to do?
Well, I'm a construction worker. I'm a roofer by trade, and
Roofing.
I do a lot of kitchen work, restaurant work.
I do fast food.
Well, and listen, I employed people. In 2018, half my crew was unhoused, roughly. So I know what it's like. The idea that you can have a sleep, that you don't have to worry about where your stuff's going to be when you get off of work. These are huge things, and they're going to allow you to be immensely successful. I'm very excited, right? Now, if I got some people watching, I know some people. We're gonna see if I know anybody with a construction option, and we'll make sure. Remind me your name again.
Augustine.
Augustine. I'm Brian. So
you know, he just like growing up. I would just wish that the guy on the other side would understand what I was going through, and all I'm asking for is break. You know?
listen,
That's all I ever ask was, give me a chance.
I got you, Augustine. I'm gonna ask around. I'm gonna see what I can do that we can give you a chance. I'm so excited to see you guys in the encampment here, in the SOS camp, and it is heartbreaking to see another suite. I'm glad that it doesn't look, it's not so hard, and I'm glad that it'll be cleaned up and piled up, and we'll be able to get the one step at a time. But what we did in court in the last couple of days, I think, is really establish a good vibe that the people are not trying to just be stuck on the street, that we want more. And I think, look, you've been blessed. I can tell. Boots, pants, jacket, some nice gloves, beautiful hat. You got Christmas early, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got a new addition to the family.
Yeah. Well, listen, I won't keep you. I got to go to work myself today, but I will. I'll be putting the word out for some roofing construction options. See what we can do to get you the next step.
I know a lot of construction, like
They just finished the floor for my mom.
roofing, flooring, carpeting, roofing. I do it all.
Yeah. No, it's good. I'll get it out there. We'll see you guys. Have a great day. Thank you. So you heard it here, folks. And meanwhile, there's still people packing. There's food, there's clothing, there's people figuring out options. The coffee is still brewing. And people are moving. People are packing up after being here for 3-4 weeks. They're looking for a new option. And so we can do the next right thing in the next spot. Anyways, folks, this is Brian. We're seeking some justice. This shit is fucked up and stuff. Come at it every time we can. We'll talk to you soon.